Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Super Ninja, and welcome to some Btd5. Today, I'm actually showing off every single pro agent in the game. I spent a ridiculous amount of money getting every single agent up to pro, and I'm pretty much broke. I'm actually going to buy more Angry Squirrels because I only had one of them. But I have double money enabled. I obviously use Fast Track just to get here, and the reason why I have double money is so I can actually use the Banana Farmer Pro and show off what he does. But until then, welcome to the first Btd5 video on this channel. Now, every single pro agent costs a lot of money to obtain. Let's take into consideration the Balloons Btd5 Pro. You need 20 of these guys to get it to be pro. They each cost $250, so let's think about this. 4 of them would cost $1,000. You need 20. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That is $5,000 right there. Just put into these guys. And you need like 40 Mackerats spies, you need 40 Balloons Berry Bushes, you need 40 Beekeepers, 50 Anger Squirrels, 50 Super Monkey Storm. You need a lot of these guys to get every single Tower Pro. I grinded. There was like 3 days where double monkey money was enabled, and I grinded a ridiculous amount to get these guys. So we're gonna start out going right to left. So here's the Banana Farmer Pro. I'm actually going to get we'll get a Ninja Monkey. We'll upgrade him a bit, just to kind of defend off from some balloons. So basically, what he does is he throws these little things out onto the ground, bananas. And what those things will do is those will send balloons backwards. So it's kind of like an infinite distraction ninja or tornado wizard. That's basically what it is. And he's actually throwing so many bananas that almost none of the balloons are actually getting through. He cannot pop any balloons, but these guys do get sent back, and it's pretty funny. So there you go. There's the Banana Farmer Pro. There's still more bananas on the ground. So, I have non-stop mode enabled. So, moving on to the next pro agent, we got the Ratadactyl Pro. We're going to put him right there, I guess. I find that to be kind of a nice spot. So, after every single round, if you place down one of them, he will hatch an egg. And bam, there's a little Ratadactyl. So, we're actually going to sell this ninja, and we're going to move him. We'll get a Spike Factory. So, we're going to use this guy. So, he's going to fly around, and he's actually going to not pop any of these balloons. As I was saying, he's going to basically pop those balloons, and as he flaps his wings, he'll send balloons backwards. It's like we'll watch him. He'll flap his little wings, and then he'll send balloons back to the start. So once again, kind of just like the Banana Farmer, he sends balloons backwards. So we're actually going to keep that fake factory, but we're going to buy a Balloons Berry Bush. So the Balloons Berry Bush Pro, after I believe 3 rounds or so. So let's just defend off the next 3 rounds. So after about 3 rounds, every single round the Balloons Berry Bush does get a little bit bigger. Do I recommend them over the Spike Factory? No and yes. If you don't want to buy a Spike Factory really early on into the game, get the Balloonberry Bush, because he's technically free. But in the end, I don't really find the Balloonberry Bush that useful. But I still bought them just because they're kind of funny. So after about 3 rounds, you'll find these little guys off to the side. So we're actually going to sell our ninja, and we'll just upgrade the Spike Factory even more. Just make sure that no balloons do end up going through. And basically, each of these little guys will pop up a few balloons, and then they'll disappear. Now, the Balloons Berry Bush himself can actually never be defeated, but balloons will just go right underneath him. So, moving on to our next pro agent, we've got the Beekeeper, which is considered to be the best pro agent. I don't find him to be. I actually like the Tribal Turtle a bit more. So, the Beekeeper, you want him up at kind of his front lines. I recommend putting him on last, so we'll get a lot of balloons. But basically, he puts bees onto balloons, and he'll shrink them down. But you see, oh my gosh, there's so many balloons. You can use his ability, and that'll send out 100 bees. And they'll just latch onto any nearby balloons, and they'll just start buzzing them down. And now with all these balloons on the screen, I'm going to show off the Super Monkey Storm. Use it once and it goes through and it just pops everything on the screen. But then it goes through a second time. As you saw, I had 4, used it once, now I have 3. And it still went twice. So it's basically 2 in 1. Now we have the Angry Squirrel Pro. Now basically this guy, after throwing about 50 acorns, he'll get mad. Normally the Angry Squirrel really is a bad tower, as he will usually, a balloon has to go through for him to become really mad. But now, you don't need that anymore. He'll get really mad, he'll throw acorns super fast, and he'll just be like evil and everything. But to be honest, he's not actually that good. Even pro-alized, he's still not the best tower in the world. Do I recommend him? He's good in some situations, but not in all. Next up, probably my favorite pro agent of them all, the balloon state device. This guy has a very evil device on the back of his boat. Anyway, what this does is, we're going to play in slow motion. Basically, you can charge up an energy laser, and normally you'll be able to just shoot down at balloons and destroy them. But now, he'll leave behind this little goo stuff, and basically, even after the ability's over, like you see all my lasers going. Now, my laser's gone, but all this goop is still sitting there, and the goop will still continue to pop balloons, even after the laser's up, and even after the laser's done. It'll eventually despawn, disappear, watch it go, it's disappearing. But even then, the thing's almost all the way back up by the time it does go away. So in the end, it's a good tower. Next up, we have the Pontoon Pro. Basically, you put it down in water, and it'll let you place land towers in water. So maps that have a lot of water, basically, it just lets you place those. So here's a dart monkey. What it does is, any tower that goes on top of it gets a range increase. So we can set a dart monkey here, look at his range, and then if we set him on up here, look at how much his range increases. You can really easily see as it just as it goes red to black. And you can see how he has a much higher range. So we'll just get a 3rd tier dart monkey right there, and we'll just see. Look, he has higher range, and then let's even give him the range upgrade. And now look at how much more range he has compared to, say, this guy. Look at that big range difference. It's nothing too insane. It's nothing too spectacular. But in the end, it still is cool. I'm just using the balloon state device even more because I like it that much. So we've still got, like, what, 3 guys left? Yeah. 3 guys. So we're gonna actually sell these 2. Actually, that's a bad idea. I should probably rebuy them. I'm gonna rebuy some ninjas. Anyway, our next we have the Portable Lake Pro, which gives us another little ability, the Sea Monster ability. So we wait for balloons to get past all our green goop that we had, and then we activate the ability. And as you can see, he'll throw out a little tentacle, and it'll pop some balloons, and it'll do a bit of damage. It's not that useful, but it will stun balloons, kind of like a 4th tier cannon. Now, my way to make this tower better is if you just plain out made the tower better. If the tower didn't require this ability, I feel like it would be 10 times better. If it was just there constantly, you didn't have to activate an ability to use it. Which is kind of the sad part about it. This thing could have been something spectacular, but it wasn't. I don't want to die here. Ooh, road spike spam. I don't want to die. It's not something that I recommend doing. Alright, so now we have 2 more pro agents. We have, I'm going to show the tribal turtle last. So let's get our little Macarat spy. Now basically any tower within the range of this guy would normally get camo balloons, but now he gets a little laser eye, and look at this. He pops rainbow balloons down to blues. So I'd highly recommend putting him on strong, and basically he'll just decimate almost any type of balloon, except for ceramics. He's really crappy against those guys. But he can pop pinks down to nothing. He can do a decent amount of damage. And to be honest, after just that one little wave, he's already up at 240 pops. 242 pops, and he's still getting a bit more of these distractions. 250 pops inside that one little wave. And then last but not least, the tribal turtle. Now, probably the only reason why I find the tribal turtle better is just because He could be placed anywhere. Look, I can place him in the water, I can place him on the land, and that's what makes the travel turtle so good. You can even place him like halfway through like that or that. So I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna place him on the pontoon again. Pontoon. And we're gonna sit him there. So now, normally he throws these guys left and right, like he throws a spear, then throws a coconut, then throws a spear, but now he throws them simultaneously, and he's doing an insane amount of pops. And I actually do find him better than the Beekeeper. You can easily set him on strong, he'll just destroy a bunch of balloons, and it'll be amazing. So that is every single tower pro agentalized in the game. Hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. I sure have making it, and I will see you guys next time. Lasers!